Hey everyone, welcome back to Game Run. My name is Dave, and today, more Red Dragon Inn. So as a disclaimer, this is a review copy from Slugfest Games, and today we're talking about another dual pack. This is Ohava and Murgath. Now, Ohava is trying to keep the harmony, new kind of mechanism with flipping cards and stuff like that. Murgath, he is a villain, and he comes with boss cards, but he has a blessed weapon, because we've all heard about the hero that has the cursed weapon. What about the reverse? Well, it's going to be told today, that story. So let me go show you what's in this box of allies. You know I already love Red Dragon Inn. This isn't how to play, so go to another video for this. This is showing you what comes in this box and how it changes stuff up. Let's go. So what do we have here? Well, we don't have any extra tokens, but we do have the player boards for each one of the characters and the dividers. And each one of the characters brings something new via cards. Now you got the Divinity deck, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, and this is for Ohava, and she's going to have emblems on the very bottom here, allowing you to try to balance all of these elements of the cleric, basically. Now Murgath, he has a boss deck, just like the last two that we looked at, but he of course has his own player deck as well, and he comes with a blessed sword, so Bane's Fall. So these cards will be passed out to most of the time your opponents, but you might get a hang of one of them yourself if you so happen to damage yourself. But that's what comes in the box. Of course, you get another little prize card here, little tiny gold tokens you can throw out. Yeah, so let me show you how to play Ohava first. Okay, so this is a very simple concept of the deck. You have 4 different cards here. You have 2 different sides. One not colored, one colored. When it's on the colored side, that means it's active. And the cards or colors are going to be associated with the cards that you're going to be playing in your deck. And I wanted to keep the doubles. Normally I don't keep the doubles in the deck, but her cards actually can be different, even though they're duplicates, like you see here on the rays. Every time you play a card that has a symbol on it, you have to flip over the corresponding card, no matter if it's on the colored side or on the non-colored side. Now, if you have 3 of them on the colored side like this, then you are able to have an extra card in your hand. You don't draw an extra card, you just get an increased hand limit. Now, if you do all 4 of them, this is where things get interesting. Any numeric thing that you have to do within your deck gets +1. So, if you draw a card, you get +1 card. If you do fortified damage, you do +1 damage, and so forth and so on. And this is where you're going to try to manage which cards you want to play. Even if you have a raise card, you might rethink about playing even one of them if you have. So her strategy isn't anything too spectacular. I do think that she gets away with drinking more of, but really you're just trying to pay attention to the icons in the bottom when you're playing, because you really, I mean, the hand count being increased is good, but getting that +1 on everything does way more than you might think here. But her art is really cool. I think this holy water's gone bad. Put the relics down, and you see a lot of characters, just like before. This is probably my favorite card. Come back and make cameos. Nothing like a trust fall to improve the team harmony. So it's harmony that she's trying to balance out here, and these are the harmony cards. Each player loses 2 fortitude and loses 1 alcohol content. It's a big boy to catch. And like I said, the doubles here have different icons. I like her deck and I like her strategy, but nothing complicated. This is a great one, great ally to play with after you get your bearings and you know how to play Red Dragon Inn. This is an increase just ever so slightly. Really cool deck, but that's all there is to it. So let's go over to the other one. Alright, so this is Murgath, and he is a villain who beat up a hero, took their blessed sword, and now he's trying to fight with it, but she has other plans. So he's pretty brutal when it comes to attacking fortitude. Pretty strong cards, but the blessed sword is going to counteract that and allow you to give these cards to other players, and they will use them to help out. Sometimes you might be able to get them. So anytime that a card says give a blessing to a card, so the player who played that sometimes card gets a blessing, they will get a blessing card. And most of the time it's when they get hit by fortitude, but he has cards that hit like a brick house, like 4 fortitude, and give him blessing. And the art is just fantastic. I love his armor. It's really cool. Pick another player, they lose 3 fortitude. A player that loses the fortitude gets a blessing, and the blessing helps by giving life, by ignoring cards like drink cards, and drawing cards and stuff like that. And there's just various ones, pretty much the same art with a different middle icon, and the ones that have hearts up here give you a little bit of life as well. But just know that blessing cards are great, and they count towards your hand size, so know that as well. But he just gains fortitude as well. He has a little bit of stuff to help him, but he is taking people out and giving blessings along the way. This one here, leave us be. So you may play this card when you must ante instead. You know, you've seen that card before, but they don't like cheaters as well. So he has this separate deck of blessings, which is pretty cool. He's attacking people, trying to knock them out, and the sword tries to keep them in the game, your opponents. But he also has a whole bunch of boss cards, and his epic armor looks so cool. Check this out. Now, I haven't actually got to play with the boss cards yet, but they look really cool. And again, this only applies in the kind of one versus all boss variant from the villain set, so if you don't know anything about that, you can go check that out in my review. But he has some pretty cool cards, and I can't wait to actually play with them. But that is Murgath. He is a villain with a bit of a good twist. So now let me tell you what I think about this set. So that's what comes in this box. What do I think about it? It gets a 3.5 up. The characters don't really excite me that much. The new mechanisms are relatively simple, and that's okay. Most of the time it's a good step up. I would say this is a great expansion. If you already have 1 or 2 sets, it doesn't really make it complicated, but it does change it up just ever so much. But I can't help but feel like I've played these characters before. Like they're having mechanisms where I've given out cards before. There are things that I've had to keep track of, kind of like the harmony track. So it's good. If I had to pick one of the two, I would say that Murgath is what I like. Ohana is actually pretty cool though, and I like the representation between genders and races and classes. There's just so much Red Dragon Inn out there. So if you're a collector, this is that must have. If you just want an ally, instead of getting one, throw a couple more bucks, like 5 more bucks, and get a dual set. This is a really cool one. I will say his armor is spectacular, especially in boss form. I haven't played the boss form of him, but I can kind of get the gist of what it is. And if you are into any one of these characters and you want to pick up this set, it will be in the description down below where you can pick it up. Again, thank you so much Slugfest Games for providing us with this review copy. All in all, I think this is a good pickup. And until next time I see you, my name is Dave. Have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. Right here on the Game Vine. Bye.
Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance as a dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.